Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that might just change the way you drink water forever. Bottled water, that crisp, cool, pure hydration in a plastic bottle. But is it really better than tap water? Spoiler alert, not really. In fact, it might be worse. Let's break it all down. When you see bottled water on a shelf with images of mountain springs and crystal clear lakes, you'd think it's nature's gift in a bottle. But the truth? Around 45% of bottled water is just filtered tap water. That's right. You're often paying up to 2,000 times more for something you could get from your faucet for a fraction of a cent. In fact, brands like Dasani and Aquafina have confirmed they source municipal tap water, run it through filtration systems like reverse osmosis, and then package it with a fancy label. That's it. Meanwhile, your local tap water is regulated by the EPA in the US, which has stricter testing requirements than the FDA, which regulates bottled water. Tap water is tested hundreds of times per month for bacteria, lead, and other contaminants. Bottled water, maybe once a week. Sometimes not at all if it's bottled and sold within the same state. Let's talk about microplastics. A 2018 study by Orb Media found that 93% of bottled water samples contained microplastics, tiny pieces of plastic less than 5 millimeters long. Brands like Nestlé Pure Life, Aquafina, and Evian were all part of this study. Some bottles had more than 10,000 microplastic particles per liter, so every time you crack open a fresh bottle, you might be drinking not just water, but plastic too. Over time, microplastics can accumulate in your body. And while the long-term health effects are still being studied, it's not exactly something anyone signed up for. And where do these microplastics come from? The bottles themselves, the caps, and even the bottling process. The irony? The very container meant to deliver pure water is polluting it. Here's another fun fact. Many bottled waters aren't just plain water. Companies often add salts and minerals, like magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, and sodium, to enhance taste. Sounds healthy, right? But if you're watching your sodium intake or have certain health conditions, this isn't great news. Some bottled waters can contain 20 to 40 milligrams of sodium per liter. Not massive, but still unnecessary. Tap water usually contains way less, if any. And that crisp taste they brag about, it's often artificially engineered to make it more addictive. So you keep buying more. Let's talk trash, literally. Globally, we use 1 million plastic bottles per minute, and only about 9% are recycled. The rest? They end up in landfills, oceans, and rivers. It takes 3 times the amount of water to make a plastic bottle than it does to fill it. And producing and transporting bottled water uses 17 million barrels of oil annually, just in the US. So when people say, it's just one bottle, multiply that by billions, every single year. Not only is tap water safer in many places, but it's also routinely monitored, cheaper, and environmentally friendly. And if you're worried about taste or local contaminants, get a filter. A decent water filter pitcher or under-sink system can make your tap water cleaner than most bottled options. In blind taste tests, many people actually preferred filtered tap water over bottled. And if you're in a region with clean water infrastructure, there's really no reason to rely on plastic bottles. So what's the takeaway? Bottled water is a clever marketing scam. It's not purer, it's not safer, it's not even better tasting in most cases, and it's loading our bodies and our planet with plastic. Instead, invest in a good reusable bottle. Use a filter if you want that extra assurance, and next time you see a $3 bottle of water at a gas station, just remember it might be glorified tap water with a side of microplastics. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button, share it with someone who always has a water bottle in hand, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Drink smart, drink clean, and stay hydrated, the real way.